All right, what do you got, Tyler?
All right, Caleb Williams was very good when you look at the numbers of him against the blitz this past weekend. He was 7 for 8 for 75 yards, and also his throw to DJ Moore in the end zone also occurred against the blitz. Is that the area where you saw the most growth from Caleb Williams week to week?
I think so.
Yeah, I would say that in the willingness to take care of, or the focus on taking care of the football. As they're trying to make progress, Coach Eberflus talks about it all the time. You got to take care of the ball. What's he call? Oh, there's a phrase he uses.
The hits principle with
there's
the
something
ball.
about taking care of
the ball.
Honor the ball. There you go. Thank
Honor
you.
thy ball.
I would say, yeah. I thought that there was progress. I thought that, he did dump the ball off in certain situations where the decision turned into a nice play. I think now he has to find the balance between dropping the ball off and also pushing the ball downfield to open receivers. Take time. It'll take time.
Yeah, I think it's there hasn't been this huge jump, but I think you got to be blind to not recognize all these different growth moments that he's had. And soon he's going to put it all together. And I think he's going to have a monster game in one of these games. I'm not telling you in the Carolina game, but I just think and there are different ways that he could have growth. Like he had a big yardage game 2 games ago. This was not a big yardage game, but it was a smart game.
Well,
and he was good against the blitz.
They won this game in large part because the Rams turned it over twice and he turned it over 0 times. They lost the game in Indianapolis in large part because he turned it over 3 times and Anthony Richardson only turned it over twice.
Right.
So taking care of the football while you're improving is also a huge issue and big reason why they won that game on Sunday.
So do you think like some of the throws that maybe he didn't make were because he was playing a little more conservatively based on the Colts game?
Yeah.
So he was like taking a step in one direction and maybe not as big of a step because he wants to make sure he's taking care of the
ball first. Yeah. And I think that this is all a process of him learning. I think he's also learning how much quicker defensive players get on you in the NFL and how quickly they break on the football in the NFL. And it's all a learning process. So I think that when you strike that balance of dropping the ball off and taking what the defense is giving you early when there aren't other options downfield, that's just feel. Like there are situations, go back and watch the film where Matthew Stafford, he could throw it to the flat like lickety split, but he actually acknowledges the coverage and knows that this play is going to work against this coverage instead of not, there's certain times where you go to the flat immediately because you look at the coverage and the route that you're running against the coverage. You're like, that's not a good mesh. And there are other times when you delay throwing the ball to the flat because you know the route that you have called will actually work.
Where on the scale of 1 to 10, how good of a throw? Like sometimes you'll surprise me and say, well, that's a throw every quarterback needs to make or should make. How good of a touchdown throw to DJ was that in that tight window?
That was a fantastic throw. And I don't care if it was a linebacker or it was a safety or a cornerback. Like he put that ball in a perfect spot
and like the perfect speed too.
Yes.
Like everything was.
That's a 10. That's a 10 out of 10.
Like
throw.
In that window, like there haven't been a lot of Bears quarterbacks who were able to make that throw.
No, that's an Aaron Rodgers throw. That's a throw where you look at it, and Aaron Rodgers isn't the only one that makes that throw, but that's a throw where you're trusting yourself first and foremost, and you're trusting your receiver, and he put it in a spot that DJ could catch and get his feet down and make. That was a 10 out of 10. There are other examples where you're like, give your guy an opportunity. Don't throw the ball through the end zone. And unfortunately, we've seen more of those, and we saw the one to DJ. But again, they're making progress.
Those flashes are the ones
that keep you coming. Like, I'll tell you that throw, the deep out ball that he threw to DeAndre Carter, I think it was in the Texans game. Like he throws a beautiful sideline ball that comes out. There's no wasted motion in his throw. There's no chance even in good coverage where a defender can deny that throw because you're using the sideline to your advantage as well. Like his deep outs
And soon the light's going to go on where he does see Rome
Yes.
open.
Yes.
And soon where the deep ball he's going to hit the deep ball.
Yes.
With the stuff, he's also growing with decision making.
I do believe that will all come together.
And then we're going to go.
And I think that you have seen that on film when he was at USC in Oklahoma. I think he's getting used to the people around him. Sometimes, you're a little gun shy when you've been hit as much as he's been hit. You're getting used to the NFL style defense. And sometimes it just takes a little longer than you all hope. It'll get there.